Hello everyone, myself Dr. Sachin Ram. I'm from Bangalore Medical College. I started preparing for this examination after completion of my internship. I joined Bhatia regular classes to 2020, which were taken online. Then I started making notes from the basic notes and everything from the regular live classes. Then I started prepping for my INI mid session, and I scored. I got a rank around 868, which boosted me to do more. Then I joined Fast Track TND 2.0, where I got to go with a track, and I started doing more and more questions and doing more and more GTs from Bhatia. And the online regular batch classes were very good because I was at a home, which is a remote area. There was nothing like to come go between like that, on the traveling time to go to a coaching center, then coming back to hostel, reading in this Bangalore traffic, all these things short, and I got more and more time to prepare myself. And vibe session which was taken in around the end of the regular classes were very nice. All the image based questions were and the more important topics were being touched upon, and it was very useful. And there was a separate book for the vibe, which had all the important images and the important points and the flow charts from physiology, graphs, and so many instruments, and the surgery nerves videos from anatomy. There were so many, like around 130 120 images were there, which were previously asked images. I found them very useful at the end for a rapid look. I started giving my GTs after doing like some 6 subjects. Then I started giving Bhatia GTs, which were with cumulative test. They were very useful. The standard of questions were almost similar to AIMS. I don't think they were not one-liners. So they were like more of clinical questions where you had to think and approach a question with more of ruling out. They were very helpful. Then I took a GT series, booster series, which had like 10 GTs. I gave around 6 GTs from there. I started improving with every GT. After that, then I stopped giving GTs from Bhatia, and I started giving free marks from all the platforms. Almost most of the platform free marks are like pool will be more like you can give the GTs from there for the stats purpose, so that where you stand really, where you are doing, where it's going wrong, how many are serious, all those things you can go for statistic purpose. The DBMC faculties are like the best faculties when it comes to going from basic concepts and building up the things from there, and they start going like a payment. They'll start with a brick by brick, and most of faculties are like they all touch upon all the previous year topics, and whatever they used to give, they used to make notes. And I was like more of a book reader rather than going online platforms or doing those online PDF things. I was like more of notes fellow, so I used to read more of notes, and I kept reading only notes. Like around 6 to 7 times I have read my notes. Then I started giving GTs, and first year faculties like Ashwini sir made anatomy so easy. It was a nightmare for me. I started giving GTs. I started giving subject-wise test, anatomy test, and I could answer most of the questions around 50, or I could answer around 40 questions. And sir used on the quizzes from the sir in his Telegram channel also were very useful, and sir touched upon the orthopedics and surgery topics also. So, and there were cadaveric dissection images and the videos. They were really helpful for me, sir, and they were also available for free in YouTube. So I used to read. I watched like 3 to 4 times. Then the histology, osteology, the whole nightmare of anatomy sir made it very easy. Then physio sir. Dr. Ashish sir touched upon like medicine aspects of the physio and the basic aspect, the graphs and everything related to medicine, and the physio sir took, and it was very new. Like more of that tone. Sir tone was to like make us register those words, and all the mnemonics helped me a lot. And coming to biochemistry I did from Rebecca ma'am, and I read the review book from Rebecca ma'am book, which was very helpful for me. Then second year, Patho Praveen sir took so much time spent so much time in teaching general pathology, so that we can build up the concept for systemic path, and started to like how to reason out like image, how to read an image, what's necrosis, what's a granuloma, what to look for in an image, how do you rule out things, how to correlate with the given questions, the lines, clinical vignette, everything. it was very it was like short, concise, very conceptual. It was very nice, the pathology. Then when it comes to pharma, it was a second nightmare for me. Sir Bharat sir took off pharmacology, made so many flowcharts for us. The ANS, which was like I used to get confused with for me every drug was sounding, all the beta blockers, all those whichever sound same, they're all same for me. And sir, how to dissect a drug, what's there, the mechanism of action will be usually in the drug name itself, and how to go about those dissecting each and every drug word, how to go about it. And the flow charts, where to go about it. Like if I get a drug name like anticholinesterase or anticholinergic, I used to go with from the basic. I used to go so it's a parasympathetic or it's anti-parasympathetic. You can the side effects you could make out, like 4 options will be there. One will be the odd one. One will be like anti. One will be the pro things. So you can, when you go rather than reading the drug itself, if you go about coming back to the parasympathetic, from the without zooming in from 20x, without zooming in, if you go from the above eagle eye, you will get to know. Like superficial, if you read those, you will get to know the odd in the options. Sir helped me during those things when I used to ask questions also in his Telegram channel and in his Telegram DM also. Sir helped me a lot. Pharmacology and also the antimicrobials with those flow charts and those mnemonics, all those all helped me to remember and register the drugs and the side effects, which was very helpful. Pharma, at least 18 questions used to come in all the GTs also, in the real exam also. So yeah, pharma is a very big subject. We shouldn't ignore also. So microbiology, I never attended any other classes. I did not read much also during my UG days. Micro was very headache. Sir came, Dr. Nasi sir came. Sir started with some basic things, then he went into depth. Then started giving those flow charts, all those mnemonics, mainly teaching in the tone, which made me register so many things. Then we can use within 2 days or 1.5 days, I can revise whole of microbiology. No other notes were the review books, or they used to take for me 4 at least 4 to 5 days. So it helped me a lot to revise it faster and register it for longer time. So the microbiology was very helpful because of those flow charts and those of the sir tone mainly. The FMT, I did FMT from Vishwajit sir. Was party of faculty. Sir had come for to take a class for us. Sir taught most important things, and those controversies will be there. And sir made those controversies, how to remember, what to ignore, the IPC sections, everything, the toxicology, which is very important for a central institute. I read FMT notes from Vishwajit sir. Then ENT, Optal, and third year subjects, PSM was Dr. Ashwani Ranjan sir. Sir's notes were tailor-made notes for me for Central Institute. Sir gave so much time for biostats and epidemiology, with screening and all those tests, with the formulas, how to go about those things, what does it mean really. If they don't ask you a direct question, then how to approach a question, all those things. They're not really about a formula, it's about what's in there in the formula. All those things sir taught us very well. And sir was he made PSM so fun that it wasn't a boring subject at all during live classes. And the notes was very concise. It wasn't 300 pages, it was only 130 pages around. It was very concise. You could revise most of the stuff, most of the topics from the notes. It used to take me only 1 day for me to revise all those things. Then ENT was Sanjay sir. Sanjay sir he knows what the examiners ask, what is important to us because of so much of experience. Then he started taking the classes, how to go about the anatomy of the ear, or a PNS, or the facial nerve anatomy, all those things. Sir really taught very well. And the notes were very concise, they were very hardly, it used to take me 4 hours to revise from notes. And I used to answer around, if they ask 8 questions, I used to answer around at least 7 for sure. It was that high yielding sir notes and classes were. Then Apta Niha ma'am, it was our first class. Then ma'am took she has put so many hours into teaching of these neuro-ophthalmology, squint and all those. She made us how to remember, how to dissect, how to approach up nerve palsies, squint, and the optic nerve lesions, everything. Ma'am made them very easy, how to go about those, the 3-part test, everything. It was very helpful discussion. The notes was Okay, like it was like 120 30 pages it was there, but you could revise it very fast. That was the main advantage of that optal notes. Then when it comes to final year subjects, more of clinical, I the Jai sir took surgery. So like he started with saying that my notes will be a one-stop solution for all the queries and all the controversies. You had to read these. I know it's gonna be a very big notes, and it was very big notes. Like it was like 800 pages of notes. It used to take me like at least 6 days, 7 days for initial revisions. After 3, 4 revisions, so in fifth revisions took me 3 days. Still, it's but I could remember line by line. I could tell the next line. It was the depth. It was so much of a concept, so much of flow charts, how to go about a question in a clinical scenario, how to think a question if they change the language of the question. Sir taught us very well this one. Sir took so much time in solving questions in between the breaks. He used to ask us, he used to stop the lecture and he used to ask us like how many questions, how many doubts you have, like what are all the doubts. He used to ask in Telegram channels. Sir used to go about. Sir used to attend all the each and every doubt, and he used to tell why it is not correct, how it is not correct, why are you thinking this way, you can think this way. If you are thinking, if I am thinking something like a bladder injury or something, anyone, why should I do this, why should I do this, all these questions I used to ask sir. And he's like, oh, no, it should be done this way, because he used to explain in detail why you should do this, why you shouldn't do that, what's the next step, what is the best step. All these things matters a lot in reading questions. So when you are picking up a question, the next best step and the best steps both are different. Investigation of choice and the next investigation both are different. So sir used to give a flow chart for most of the things. So it made me remember the flow charts when I used to. At the end moment I used to go through the flow charts of only few important flow charts, especially trauma. Sir made it very easy and very like it takes time to revise, but you can register it for a longer time. That was main advantage. I did surgery from Jai sir. I had attended medicine in final year, Quest Medicine. It made me build some concepts also, but it wasn't like very easy to work with the medicine during my final year days. But when I started attending and the Dr. Tamim sir classes, sir made medicine very approachable. And sir used to discuss many questions which were previously asked, very like different weird questions will be there, then the newer ones, the never heard ones, how to go about those things. If you don't know anything about a question, how to go about ruling out all the three options, how to reach an answer, how to differentiate between the two options when you are stuck. Sir used to teach us those during the live classes. It was very helpful for me. I learned mostly ruling out things from Tamim sir and Rajat sir. Sir taught almost like 90 to 100 hours, not that lengthy, but yeah, sir made the notes which I made from sir notes are very helpful. Pediatrics, Dr. Pankaj sir taught us pediatrics for it was very concise, and it was hardly 80 to 100 pages. It was very concise, it was very high yielding. When sir came to fast track TND 2.0, sir gave so many updates also, and sir you revised everything, so that the notes were very concise, so I could revise pediatrics in 3 to 4 hours. That was very like time saving for me. Radiology, orthopedics, and ENT also. All three I used to like anatomy. After reading anatomy, I used to go for ortho and ENT. This way I used to read. This made me go with the flow, and there was no no medicine in between the surgical subjects. So I used to dissect these things. Dr. Rajat sir took radiology, and sir touched very important guidelines are taught us pulmonary embolism, stroke. I could still recall how to go about the stroke, the stroke protocols. All these things helped us. Even the orthopedics, Dr. Sushil sir taught really well. The notes were very concise with all the eponyms at one place, all the nerve injuries at the one place, and all the dislocation and all the one-liners are at one place, and deformities are at one place. Sir used to teach us like that, so I could revise it faster, and there was no confusion in between. Everything was at one place, so it helped me to differentiate things between which were similar sounding and which made you choose to make me very confused. About my preparation, what's different about my preparation from others? Can't comment about others. So what I did was I used to wake up at 10:30. I know it's sometimes 11 o'clock, and I used to sit and read till 2:30. Then I used to brush, and then I used to take my breakfast also. After that I used to take a nap, like 1 hour nap. Then I started reading till 10. Then I used to do MCQs, 100 MCQs mixed bag custom module. That is, I used to do custom modules daily mixed bag. Plus, I used to go for subject-wise custom modules. Previous year asked questions, NEET and AIMS tag. And I started from Arrow. And I started doing after 11 or 12. I used to take half an hour break. Then after at around 11 o'clock, then I used to read for 3 hours till 1:30. 2 o'clock I used to read. Then from there I used to go to bed at 2 o'clock. Then wake up in the morning at 11 a.m. This was my routine. But during the end of my preparation, I changed my schedule and I started reading more in morning hours. I started giving I gave around 5 GTs after Supreme Court in intervention. I gave around 5 GTs. All were given like mostly except one mock. I gave all them during morning hours from 9 a.m. to 12:30. Then I used to revise them after the solutions was released, or the old GTs I used to really revise them at night and then sleep off. That was my GT days. And there were so many updates in Telegram and all the social medias. I used to really not bother much about updates. If there are any updates, the individual faculties will have their own channels. They'll update there. I used to read those things, and I used to mainly keep reading the old notes, not the newer updates. And I read COVID and mucormycosis, the important trending topics. 3 days before I read much and more about updates. They'll mainly, if a new drug comes, they might ask you what's the mechanism of action, what's the use. If they want to really go in depth, they could ask what would be the side effect. This is how I read, and this is how I did most of my preparation is from notes. Mainly the main source is notes. For every, I don't think you can go here and there for many resources. It'll make you confused. It will make you mix up with concepts. So you should keep one as a source, solid source. Then you can build upon it. If you are making mistakes, if you don't know a topic, you can always recommend right in those first or last pages. And important thing is you should never get demotivated by your GT rank or your friend rank. Wish them a luck. Yeah, Macha, you are doing very nice. Okay, let me do. You can ask his inputs, how he is going about. You can ask advisors, but you shouldn't really worry about other preparations. The GT ranks mainly. The GT ranks really don't reflect your real ranks. Make an habit of reading. You should be, if the clock is at, for me, if the clock is 10:30 or 11 o'clock, I should be at my place reading. And if the clock is at 4 o'clock or 3:30 in the afternoon, I should be at my place reading. You should stick on to that. It will build you it will become an habit. It will become a routine. When you read something from one place or from single notes, or if you're doing something repeatedly, it will be an habit. And if you read from a single notes, the long-term potentiation, everything happens. That really happens. Don't get disheartened by bad ranks or GT ranks. Keep reading, and keep reading.